Kick a hole in the speaker, unpull the plug, then I jet back to the lab like they did again. The hooligans are taking over. Look at the new slogan, keep on making me hot and soon the roof's open. The proof is in the potion, the juices are flowing. It's all good when we toasting like 2 cups of Moet. We can take a cruise to the ocean. You can sleep but you'll lose if you snooze. Then I step out the jam. I have to make a move like hooligans stand tall. They stand tall. They stand tall. Hooligans stand tall. They stand tall. They stand tall. We stand tall like a bunch of hooligans. Stand tall, they stand tall, they stand tall.
What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Simply Witchy. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you, Simply Witchy. We're going to be starting out with this first video over where Beck Frank is. Australia approves first vaccine to save koalas from chlamydia. I figured we would just start with something easy, so, we'll just do that. Then we'll be moving forward to a video titled Trump Astonished by Former Brazil President, whatever his name is, his conviction. Apparently he was a part of a coup or something like that. But it's going to be President Trump responding to the press. It's not only going to be about that. Then we got a video titled Deadly Protest in Nepal Sparked by Social Media Ban. You guys have been talking about this for like the whole week, so I figured I'd go find a video on it. They're calling it the Gen Z Revolution, which is very interesting. Then we got a couple of videos all related to Charlie Kirk. First one's titled Trump Announces Charlie Kirk's Suspect Assassin in Custody. He was on Fox earlier today talking about it. We're going to play all three of these back to back. The second video, We Got Him, Charlie Kirk Assassination Suspect in Custody after being turned in by family. And the third video is Cash Patel closes remarks with Valhalla tribute to Charlie Kirk, which there's a lot of people kind of bent out of shape about that. Then we'll be moving away from the Charlie Kirk stuff, and then we got a video titled General Sessions County Clerk Tammy Sawyer addresses National Guard deployment in Memphis. Apparently the National Guard's going to be going to Memphis. Chicago is still in the works, but apparently Memphis is next. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through, but today it's going to be a feel-good video. It was provided by Stoner, and it's titled The Starbucks Order. Now, before you guys start talking all that shit about Starbucks, I know Starbucks sucks. This has to do with Charlie Kirk, and it's going to be a feel-good video. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Man Shot and Killed by ICE in Franklin Park, Agent Severely Injured. Then we got a video titled Milpitas Jewelry. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this jewelry store owner opens fire during attempted robbery. Just, crazy stuff going on. And then we'll be wrapping up the news with kind of a feel-good video. It's titled Sheriff Urges Citizens to Arm Themselves. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Worse Than 911 Day. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Get Some, and it's titled Send Jasmine Crockett a Cat. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Get Some? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Russell? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Ghostly, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing in the chat, Ghostly. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom. What's up, Elder Zoomer? What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Grind? What's up, Guess I'm your omnipresent. Appreciate you. Let me see. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Maggie? Appreciate you being here. What's up, High Toe? Happy freedom. Let me see. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Chrissy Star? Happy freedom. What's up, Elisa? Appreciate you joining us. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom if I can get you already. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Meta? What's up, Viola? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Twitch has been so weird lately. It's like hit or miss. Sometimes we got 30 people. Sometimes we don't have anybody. We'll see. Either way, and what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? What's up, T? What's up, Find It, Fix It? What's up, Tim Mac? And what's up, Amarain? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with something easy here. This first one's titled Australia Approves First Vaccine to Save Koalas from Chlamydia. They need that shit in Portland immediately. Seattle and dusty places like that. All right, now before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we've made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the spooky green hooligan badge. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping the links in the chats while we watch this first video. But I do want to let you guys know I have been working on this brand new merch store that's going to be coming out soon, hopefully within a week or two. And I just found out they have glow-in-the-dark hoodies. So we're going to be making more spooky hooligan green shit and any other color we can do, because we found glow-in-the-dark hoodies, which is cool. I also found unders. You guys have been asking for unders, and everything is a little bit more affordable. So hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll have a new merch store, but until then, I'm going to be dropping the links for this one. I want you guys to go check it out. But first, we're going to hear about koalas having chlamydia. So let's do that.
Comes to perhaps that this koala is drinking at a blinky drink.
Up to 50% of koalas throughout Queensland and New South Wales are infected, and this vaccine helps to limit the development of disease, which can lead to infertility in the koalas as well as blindness. So we're currently in the process of developing up to 500 doses to be ready to be rolled out at the end of this year, start of next year. But what we really need is more funding to be able to produce larger batches of vaccine to get it out to where it's needed. We've already been getting calls from wildlife hospitals asking for the vaccine.
All right, they're even giving the koalas vaccines. They love their vaccines. Either way. Next up, we got Trump astonished by former Brazil president's conviction. He's going to be talking to the press, so it's not just about that topic, but it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about the Australia approving these vaccines for chlamydia-ridden koalas. They're saying 50% of them have it, and they want to prevent them to increase quality of life, which is a pretty good reason, I suppose, because they were saying it causes blindness and all this other stuff. So, you know, long live the koalas and whatever. Russell, koalas have been having orgies. That's got to be it. So at least they're going to be a little safer now. Snooks, will you have glow-in-the-dark unders for women? No, there's no glow-in-the-dark unders. I could probably show you guys a little bit of this. Maybe I could take like a screenshot or something. Or they want me to sign in? Nope. Guess not. Guess not, because I'm not going to sit here and dick around with that trying to sign in. I hate doing that. But I will pull some of these screenshots that I gathered yesterday. Let me see. Because we got all kinds of cool stuff now. Just a moment. I'm all excited about it. I was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning working on this shit. Okay. So this is one of the new watches we're gonna have. This is the Sport Watch. This the H Sport Watch, I believe I titled it. Then this is like a Sherpa lined hoodie, like heavy duty hoodie. It's got the Hooligan badge on the front, and I think it says Jeff Mac Hooligan on the back. We got Hooligan high tops that are going to be coming out. I know this is tiny and probably hard to see. That's what I told her. Either way, I guess I grabbed the Sport Watch twice. We got a Hooligan flask in shot glasses coming. Cool stuff like that. Either way, I got like 40 items I've made so far. But hopefully that'll be coming in the next week or two. Got some the Hooligan thong. We actually can make stuff like this. They actually have like G strings where you can put like dangly charms with letters and spell out "get some" on the back of the thong. There's a lot of stuff like that. No bongs, no sex toys. I know everybody just in the chat. I know. Anyways, new things coming in the future. Russell banned the koala orgies. I don't think they're assault koala orgies. I don't think we'll ever get the Democrats on board with that. Yes. Or here, Juicer, look at the beauty of nature. Let's fuck with it. That's what we do. That's what we do. I wish we didn't, but that's what people do. What's up, Major? Happy Freedom. High toe, no sexton bong thong? No, we don't have access to that yet. Sex toy bong thong? Not yet. I know, I was disappointed. I thought we were going to have like hooligan butt plugs and stuff, but we do not. What's up, DCat? Happy Freedom. DCat, koala bears are high all the time. Isn't it like the leaves they eat or whatever affects them like that? Happy Freedom to you, Cass. What's up, SOS? Happy Freedom to you. Something so cute can eat your face off. Can eat your face off. Good. Yeah, I don't know why it's not friendly considered. It's friend-shaped. Maggie Koala should practice safe sex or just a handy. They should. What's up, Metamouth? Happy Freedom to you. High Plains Drifter, Koala or Koala? I don't think I've ever seen Koala spelled with a Q, but I can't hardly spell, so it's not saying a whole lot. Beck Frank, what's your professional opinion on the koalas? Chrissy Star, this is a sad day. Why are you saying that? Back Frank, eucalyptus leaves get them drunk. One of these like smell things from the smell kit that I still work with to try and get my smell back has eucalyptus in it. I guess it smells like Vicks. I couldn't tell what it was at first, but I guess it's similar to Vicks. Beck Frank, I believe we should all be free to reject the vaccine. That's right, Beck Frank. I agree. That's real freedom. The koalas deserve medical freedom. If they want to have chlamydia, then they should be able to do that. What's up, Starn? Happy Freedom. What's up, Master Voltaire? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Scott? Happy Freedom. What's up, Kelly Jones? Happy Freedom. No zip hoodies. Yes, we have zipper hoodies. There's going to be, well, there's a ton of stuff over on the merch store. I just haven't dropped all the links yet. But the new merch store is going to have all kinds of stuff. I've already put together like 3 or 4 hoodies. What's up, Saying Easy? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Pilot? Happy Freedom. What's up, Joker? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, DP? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Wayne? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, next up we got a video title, if I could find the remote. Trump astonished by former Brazil president's conviction. But like I've been saying, this is President Trump responding to the press. He's going to be talking about a couple things besides just the president of Brazil, who's apparently been a part of a coup or something like that. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
In Brazil, Bolsonaro was just found guilty by the Supreme Court. You've been very clear that you would apply sanctions. Are you thinking further sanctions to Brazil because of this Bolsonaro?
Well, I watched that trial. I know him pretty well. Foreign leader. I thought he was a good president of Brazil. And it's very surprising that that could happen. That's very much like they tried to do with me, but they didn't get away with it at all. But I can only say this. I knew him as president of Brazil. He was a good man. And I don't see that happening.
Mr. President, I'm very sorry for your loss. Everybody's lost. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
How do you think Israel's attack in Doha will affect the hostage
You better say it a little bit more. Where are you from?
I'm from Israel. Channel 14
Okay,
is like
go ahead, do it
Israeli
again.
Fox.
Do it
okay.
again.
How do you think Israel's attack in Doha will affect the hostage deal?
Well, hopefully it won't affect it at all. We want the hostages out, and we want them out soon. Hopefully it won't affect it.
Thank you so much.
Mr. President, my condolences to you, sir. My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty. It'll be an absolutely magnificent structure. And I just see all the trucks. We just started, so it'll get done very nicely, and it'll be one of the best anywhere in the world, actually. Thank you very much.
Your message to young people. You have one
when you're in New York. Will you get to meet with Mayor Adams when you're in New York? Do you expect to?
I don't expect to. I would, but I don't expect to.
Do you have one favorite memory of Charlie?
Many favorite memories. He was just a great guy. I've never seen a person that was a little bit older get along so well with youth. He got along with young people. I've never seen anything like it, and he really helped me a lot. I did very well, as you know, with young people, and he was a big factor. How are you? All right?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Are you going to go to Charlie Kirk's funeral, sir?
I will be.
You will. Do you know when that will be?
I believe it's in Arizona, and they've asked me to go, and I think I have an obligation to do
Do you know
that.
when that will be?
I'm hearing I hear next weekend.
After your trip? After your
I'm
trip?
hearing next weekend.
All right, like I said, President Trump there answering questions from the press. Lots of talk about Charlie Kirk and stuff like that. We got more President Trump coming up next, I think. Oh, no. First, we're going to be talking about Nepal. Then we got President Trump and a whole bunch of stuff about Charlie Kirk. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump responding to the press there. He seemed pretty awake, but then when he's on Fox News, he looks a little bit more tired. I think he gets that jet lag. I know I would. Either way, hop in the chat. And like I said, next up, we got Nepal falling apart. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom. I got cat hair up my nose or something. Guessum, what is this? You guys need to go join Guessum's new website here over on the Only Bears. Meet yourself a koala today. It's good stuff. That's free promotion. Guessum, the first one's free. Russell, hell yeah, build the ballroom. I know, they're already getting started on it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, Russell's going to be excited. And Zero had to reboot the computer, and then it did updates, and that's exactly how it goes. What's up, Simply Witchy? Happy freedom to you. Russell, they got the shooter. Good day. Yeah. It seems like... I mean, it seems like this is the guy, but there's a part of it that I think is kind of weird. That they just like found all the answers all together. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Guess we need scratch and sniff hooligan unders. if you wear them long enough, they will be. That's how it works. Hair juicer, the Kirk thing fucked me up. It feels like I watched a friend get shot. Yeah, there's a lot of people who feel that way. Zero, does it count as an ad read? We'll have to talk to Rumble. What's up, Enter User? Happy Freedom. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy Freedom to you. Ghostly, don't they have a dog meat festival in Nepal where they eat dogs in the tens of thousands? I don't know. I don't know anything about Nepal. I know that they're falling apart right now because they took social media away. It makes me wonder what would happen here if they took social media away, but it's interesting. Maggie, Charlie's being honored worldwide, even in, I don't know where that is, Mary and NZ. I've seen a lot of videos of people doing vigils for Charlie Kirk. Guess so the Senate chamber is no longer the ballroom. That's where the Dems have their ballroom. SOS DJT, sharpest attack. Yeah, doing the thing. Metamouth, no, I have not seen it yet. Is it in Discord? Beck Frank, Nepal is going off like a frog in a sock. Is that an Australian phrase? I've never heard that before. That is something else. What's up, Montana? Happy Freedom to you. Hito, so keep Vicks away from dogs and cats. Found out recently they are toxic, at least the essential oils to dogs and cats. Eucalyptus is? Maybe. I mean, I don't know if Vicks is actually related to eucalyptus in any way. I just know it smells the same, or at least it does to me. I didn't realize eucalyptus was dangerous to cats and dogs, though. I just found out that lavender is not that long ago. A couple years ago, I think it was, but I had no idea. Enter user, Auburn University prayer vigil for Charlie Kirk at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. That's awesome, enter user. It's nice to see people getting together. Ghostly, no, I was wrong. It's not Nepal. Was it Hades? Yeah, Viola, the first one's free. Stern, I'm nervous about the funeral. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are on high alert right now. And it sucks that it took Charlie Kirk for that to happen, but it's been like a crazy ass week with the person on the train getting stabbed, which that happened last month, but that's been circulating this month. And then the Charlie Kirk thing happened, and then it's the 911 day, Remembrance Day, and it's just so on and so forth. And then we ain't even got to the stories that I got on the schedule today, like just more violence, more bad stuff and whatnot. So a lot of people are on alert, but at least they caught the guy they believe, did what they did to Charlie Kirk and all of that, but it doesn't mean there isn't copycats and stuff like that. What's up, Jan? Happy Freedom. Jan, menthol. I've made lavender flea powder. It didn't hurt my fur babies. Well, thanks for letting me know, Jan. And happy freedom to you. What's up, Robert? Happy freedom to you. Awesome weather in northern Ohio. Badass. Enjoy that weather, Robert. It's pretty nice here. I haven't been outside yet, but it looks nice. What's up, Slampire? Happy freedom. Yeah, Slampire, absolutely. What's up, Dark? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom. What's up, John? Happy freedom. Simply Witchy, they did an election over Discord. Crazy. Nepal did their election over Discord. I mean, honestly, it's probably more secure than ours, but we'll just debate that later. There's a good chance that actually might be more legit than the way that we do things over here in the US. I'm kind of not against the idea. If we got all these other machines doing it, why not Discord? Fuck, we might make a voting thing over on the website. I just keep making bigger and better of everything that we hate in the world on our side over on the website. The website's like a Swiss Army knife at this point. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, deadly protests in Nepal sparked by social media ban. They're calling it the Gen Z revolution. And I don't know, I think it's interesting. I really wonder what would happen here if they took all of our social media away. They took away WhatsApp and communication apps too, I guess. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this rolling here, but please go hit that like button and let's get into this.
Welcome back. The majestic peak of Mount Everest is what often comes to mind when we think of Nepal, but this week the streets of the capital, Kathmandu, convulsed with violence. Our Patrick Reevell tonight reports on the simmering resentments of the country's younger citizens that bubbled to the surface.
A fury has swept over Nepal. The country's parliament ablaze earlier this week as thousands of protesters stormed it, setting it and other government buildings on fire. It's being called a Gen Z revolution after thousands of infuriated young people poured into the streets at the start of the week. The immediate spark, a government ban on social media apps, including WhatsApp and YouTube. But that ignited deeper resentment over entrenched corruption and the luxurious lifestyle of Nepal's ruling elite, all while youth unemployment remains at around 20%.
All the Nepalese citizens are fed up of corruption. We need a new youth, new power and new politicians.
On Monday, security forces opened fire on protesters in the capital, Kathmandu, killing at least 19.
So they were just protesting, but like government started violence, they started shooting the children in the school dress. It shouldn't be done.
The next day, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli stepped down. Victorious protesters setting fire to his residence. Since then, Nepal's army has stepped in, its chief calling for talks. Today saw an uneasy calm in the capital, with troops on patrol and a curfew in place. Soldiers here telling a small crowd to disperse. Now protest groups are in talks with the army to appoint an interim leader for the country. Nepal's youth-led protests echo two other recent uprisings in South Asia. In neighbouring Bangladesh, unrest toppling the government last year. And in Sri Lanka in 2022. In both countries, discontent with ruling political dynasties and economic inequality boiling over. In Nepal, these families holding a vigil to commemorate their loved ones killed. At least 34 people died and nearly 1,400 were injured in the violence, according to Nepal's health ministry. The toll expected to rise. Young people here hoping a brighter future now lies ahead. But that's far from certain.
Our thanks to Patrick Reevell.
Okay, so they're having a good time in Nepal right now. Good stuff. Like they were saying, it's the Gen Z revolution. They banned social media, and apparently the people of Nepal are tired of the corruption. The government went and gunned down protesters, killing at least 19 of them, and now the army is in the streets, and they got a curfew in place. I don't know if it's working or not, but maybe don't piss your people off and they won't burn your buildings down. Either way, next up we got 3 videos all related to Charlie Kirk. We're going to play all of them back to back. It's a triply. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about what's going on in Nepal. Zero, they burned the politicians alive. Handy showed about it yesterday, I think. Yeah, I saw stuff about it. Guess some of you guys see that anti-Kirk guy get his ass beat? No, I haven't seen that. Russell, Nepal's in chaos. Seems that way. Simply Witchy, guess they don't like socialism. Go figure. Yeah, they don't seem to be big fans of what's going on. I wonder how they're going to turn it around. They better turn Facebook back on before any more bad shit happens. Like, I don't know. What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. And user, they speak English in Nepal? I have no idea. I don't know anything about that place. Hi-To, temper tantrum over YouTube Shorts. Well, they took away WhatsApp and some other apps too, so they might... It may be them trying to stop online communication, but making it appear like it was just the removal of social media entertainment. But if you're taking away WhatsApp and stuff like that, that's not really social media. That's communication, right? So I think it's a little bit more than that. Maybe they're just downplaying it, kind of like what the UK was saying, that they're censoring everybody over there, but they're doing it because it's going to protect the kids or whatever. So let's, you know, throw dad in jail for a funny meme because that's going to protect the kids. So I wonder if it's a similar thing like that. Like the government over there is pretending, you know, oh yeah, we just took their social media away and they're kind of overreacting. WhatsApp is not social media. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. DCAT, they're burning down France as we speak. Really? I remember France was not doing very well, but I haven't heard about it in a long time. Hi-To, WhatsApp is also payment, isn't it? I don't know. I don't use digital payments like that necessarily. Like, I've never gave someone money over Facebook or anything. I know you can. I've never done it, so I don't really know about that feature on WhatsApp. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. What's up, Bugs? Happy freedom to you. There's the removal of all social media apps with the exception of censorship-heavy TikTok. They left TikTok, but they took everything else. That's interesting. I'm kind of surprised they even got TikTok over there. They look like they don't have floors in their house, but they got TikTok? Russell, did you see a Muslim terrorist killed a bunch of Christians in Africa? No. I don't really pay attention to what happens outside of our walls here in America. The only reason I went and found the shit about Nepal is because you guys have been talking about it all week. Otherwise, we wouldn't have even covered that. DCAT, Chicago is going to get real spicy real fast. So is St. Louis. We'll see. There's been protesters out there in Chicago, but it hasn't been very big numbers. If they actually deploy the National Guard there, then yeah, it will probably increase. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Memphis because it seems like National Guard's going to Memphis first. Bugs, Chinese TikTok is not American TikTok. It's way different on that side of the water. Yeah. Well, even the TikTok we have isn't going to be the TikTok we're going to keep. They're supposed to be making an American version of TikTok that, you know, when everything's finalized, because supposedly they're making a deal over it or whatever, whenever that American purchases TikTok, they're going to release like a new version of it. And I don't know if everybody who's on the current version of TikTok is just going to update to the new one, or if everyone's going to have to go make new accounts and stuff like that, which if that's going to happen, then it makes it feel like the whole situation is pointless altogether. But we'll see how it goes. It ain't going to break me one way or the other. What's up, Barb? Happy freedom. Hi-To, what's that pay is only in India and Brazil, it seems. Interesting. So, yeah, I guess they didn't lose that feature necessarily. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cooper? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Xterra? What's up, Salty Ginger? What's up, Rhyme Time? What's up, Green Life? Happy freedom. What's up, Ezria? Happy freedom to you. Gen Z are trash. Well, we can have hope. They're the future. One day they'll pull their head out of their ass. Cooper, Memphis is dangerous. Yeah, yes it is. Salty Ginger, I'm confused. Who burned the politician? The rioters or the government? The rioters. The government that's pretending to be rioters that are involved in the group, the sleeper agents. Those are the ones that burn the... I don't know, but the politicians ain't around anymore. Politician jerky. What's up, South and the North? Happy freedom to you. Rhyme time, man, the people ran out. The government ran the army off. Yeah, well, and I wonder, like, if you're in the military over there and the politicians are all dead or in hiding, like, who are you taking orders from? And the people who are giving you orders, who's giving them orders? Because if everybody in charge is either on fire or not around anymore, like no longer in position, what are you even doing? Like, what are you defending? Because the buildings are on fire, shit's in chaos, you're just standing there with a rifle like a big ass target. I don't know. You're not supposed to desert, but at what point is it no longer deserting? It's just, you might as well just sit it out. Like, whatever's going to happen. It looks like it's fallen over there. Like, what are you protecting? Hazard. Someone posted a MAGA thread of Blizzard developers trashing Charlie Kirk. Holy crap. I think I might have seen something about that. I didn't realize it was Blizzard, but I already have a thing against Blizzard. Because Blizzard, which is owned by Activision, which makes all the Call of Duty games and makes Diablo and all those other games, they went after a creator that they had just made merch and shit for. There was a creator named Nick Merckx. He's still a creator as far as I know. But he had a deal with them, and they put his skins in Call of Duty and stuff. Well, then there was some shapeshifter thing going on between Antifa and parents at a school board hearing where shapeshifters were trying to use bathrooms or do something. I don't remember what it was. Something stupid was going on, and there was a lot of controversy and people fighting in the parking lot and stuff. The videos went viral of these parents versus Antifa in the parking lot outside of the school, and Nick Merckx had made comments on it saying, leave the kids alone. That's all it said. Leave the kids alone. Well, Blizzard and all of them, Call of Duty, all that shit, whatever, their little subsects and all that, put out statements and public apologies on his behalf saying that it's anti-LGBTXYZ rhetoric, and they apologized for it and then ripped his skins off of Call of Duty, all because he said, don't mess with kids or whatever he said. So for them to attack him and then act like what he did was wrong when all he said was leave the kids alone, and say that is directly anti-shapeshifter rhetoric and shit like that, I was like, fuck that. Now I don't play Call of Duty or any of that. Dr. Disrespect did the same thing, and all those big guys, they all did the same thing. But as you could see today, if you go to their live, because they're live right now, they're still playing that bullshit because they don't stand on what they say, so they go ahead and sympathize with pedophiles, but I won't. Fuck that game. Fuck Blizzard. Fuck Activision. And any games that they make. I don't play any of their bullshit. And if they want to talk shit about Charlie Kirk after he just got shot in the throat in front of fucking everybody, including his kids, there's some real pieces of shit over there at Blizzard and at Activision and all that. So fuck those people. What's up, Tactical? Happy Freedom. Tactical heard an organization on Discord supplied Kirk's shooter and Trump's shooter with the guns. Is this true? I haven't heard anything about that. Well, don't work too hard, Salty Ginger. Guess the only time I play Call of Duty is after Taco Bell. What day is it? Friday? Oh, yeah, we got voice chat today. Maybe tomorrow I'll get some Taco Bell. Taco Bell's got some new steak cheese burritos that are like $3, and they're so good. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy Freedom. Patriot Dad, being on fire isn't fun. Been there. I am sorry to hear that, Patriot Dad. I could imagine it wouldn't be fun. What's up, Dutton? Happy Freedom. Sly Dog, general rule of thumb. If you were on fire, you are not in charge. This rules to live by right there. The guy on fire, he's not in charge. Good stuff. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, we got 3 videos on Charlie Kirk here. Lots of different angles and whatnot. First one is Trump announces Charlie Kirk's suspected assassin in custody. This is him on Fox. Now, what I think everything's still in actual timeline. Like, I believe when we saw President Trump talking to the press, he was on the way to go do this live interview on Fox. So I'm pretty sure we're like still in the right timeline here. Once again, this is titled, and this is one of 3. We're going to play all 3 back to back. First one's Trump announces Charlie Kirk's suspected assassin in custody. Go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. and let's get into this.
Yesterday, you were at the 9/11 memorial. We were all watching that.
Yeah.
J.D. Vance was supposed to be with you. He went out to be with Charlie Kirk's family and to get the body back to his hometown in Arizona. And you said you were going to award him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which was very nice of you. Any updates on this suspect?
Yeah. Can I always say, I think, just to protect us all, and so Fox doesn't get sued, and we all don't get sued, and everything else. But I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor. Everybody did a great job. You know, getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant that was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there. And so much work has been done over the last 2.5 days. You know, it's amazing, actually, when you start off with that and then all of a sudden you get lucky or talent or whatever it is. But, yeah, I think we're in great shape.
Mr. President.
And he's in custody.
Your suspicion was that he was radical left, and now you have more information. What can you share with us about his ideology?
Yeah, Lawrence, let me just, and by the way, Lawrence is doing a good job. What's going on?
Job. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
I said you were going to do well. Yeah, I think that I don't want to go too far. I'd like to tell you some stories at how it happened, but essentially somebody that was very close to him turned him in. And that happens when you had some of those good shots. Somebody is going to say, whether it's a parent or whatever, I'd rather not say right now. They're going to announce it today, sometime later, probably talk about that. But somebody close to him turned him, you know, they said, whoa. It's interesting where we had very good pictures, but not great, not perfect. And when you look at it, what happened is somebody, and this happens a lot. It happened with the crazy Boston bomber. It happened with others. Somebody that's close recognizes even a little tilt of the head, which nobody else would do. And somebody that was very close to him said, that's him. And essentially went to the father, went to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, by the way. And the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister. And brought him to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic. And the father convinced the son, this is it. And again, I'm always subject to be corrected, but you know, I'm just giving you, based on what I'm hearing, they'll give you a much more active. I just heard about it 5 minutes before I walked in. As I'm walking in, they said, looking real good. They have the person that they wanted. So you have breaking news, don't you, huh?
Thank you.
You always have breaking news, Ainsley. Sean's going to be very disappointed that we're not doing it on his show.
He'll be very thankful and appreciative of the police officers that got this guy.
They did a great job, everybody. And everybody worked together. Pam Bondi is incredible, by the way. People don't know what a star she is. She's incredible. And it all worked out.
Could I ask you just some clarification? So a pastor was able to turn him in, and where they got the family of the shooter to turn them in?
Well, it was a minister, and the minister went to a minister who was involved with law enforcement, by the way. And his good friend is a top U.S. Marshal. And they took it from there. And then it was a father got involved, namely his father, and said, we got to go in. And they, so I understand it. And again, subject to change. But, you know, the facts are the facts. We have the person that we think is the person we're looking for. But they drove into the police headquarters, and he's there now.
Did the father know about what the son had done?
I don't know. I'm going to let you get all those questions later, because I can't tell you how accurate. The bottom line is they have somebody that they think did it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley.
Okay, so actually I'm adding a video to the Tripoli here because I forgot that I was going to add this in. This is from yesterday. This is really quick. This is J.D. Vance carrying Charlie Kirk's coffin to the plane when they were bringing Charlie back home. We're going to play this real quick. Okay, well, apparently there's no audio, but either way, this is JD Vance. Like I said, all of them bringing Charlie home. I don't know who the other guy is. I am not sure who that is. At first I thought it was Stephen Miller, but it's not. But either way, I had planned on putting that on the schedule. Next up, we have all the details from the presser that President Trump was just referencing. This is, we got him. Charlie Kirk assassination suspect in custody after being turned in by family. Now, I didn't hear anything about the minister and all that stuff. Maybe they say that in this presser, and maybe I was just distracted, but I've only heard President Trump talk about that. So, I don't know. Maybe you guys know about it. Either way, make sure you hit that like button, and let's get into this.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there has been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well. And I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this?" ? Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" catch, exclamation point. Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." We are indebted to law enforcement across the state who's worked seamlessly together, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and our federal partners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're grateful for everyone who worked together in such a short amount of time to find this person and to bring justice. I want to thank the public who has been so engaged, reviewing videos, helping us with sending in tips, and helping us get to this point. I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing in this case and were able to bring him into to law enforcement as well. I especially want to thank the family of Charlie Kirk, Erica, Charlie's parents, his children. I want us to be thinking of them as we bring justice in this case. They will be involved in that justice. We will be working very closely with them as we move through this process as well. This is a very sad day for our country, a terrible day for the state of Utah. But I'm grateful that at this moment we have an opportunity to bring closure to this very dark chapter in our nation's history.
Okay. Lots of details there about the suspect they have in custody. They're pretty sure this is the guy. We're going to cover this last video here, and then we're going to hop in the chat, and then we'll be moving away from the Charlie Kirk topic. This last one is a very short video. It's got Cash Patel.
This is a very much an ongoing.
In his words for Charlie Kirk. Now, Cash Patel is actually getting blowback for this. Like I said, we're going to hop in the chat after this. Once again, this is titled Cash Patel closes remarks with Valhalla tribute to Charlie Kirk.
This is a very much an ongoing investigation, as the governor said, and we will continue to work with state and local authorities to develop the investigation, to provide them the evidence they need for their ongoing prosecutions, and we will be here to answer every call they absolutely have, as long as it takes, for as long as we need to find and apprehend whatever suspects were involved in this crime. Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
Okay, so people are mad about that because Valhalla is a reference to Norse paganism or whatever, which is like Viking religion or whatever, which I guess is close to some other religion I can't even think of off the top of my head. But either way, Charlie Kirk was a Christian. He believed in God. He talked about God all the time. He's in heaven right now with the Lord. And so people are pissed. I don't want to say pissed. They're just not happy with Cash Patel saying it like that because it's paganism, and Charlie Kirk believed in God, right? And if you believe in capital G God, then you don't believe in any other idols or anything like that, paganism or any of that shit. So people feel offended by Cash Patel making those comments. Either way, next up we have Trump to send the National Guard to Memphis. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all these details relating to Charlie Kirk and everything that happened. First, President Trump was on Fox talking about the shooter, mentions a minister being a part of how he was caught. Then we got the presser. They were saying that they captured the shooter. They released more video of the shooter. They interviewed a family member that spoke out about Robinson, which is the shooter's name, saying that during a recent dinner, he was bashing Charlie Kirk and mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be on campus. They also interviewed his roommate that showed the investigators his Discord post and messages. The messages supposedly were very incriminating, expressing all kinds of details about the situation, which I think that's the weird part. that they were able to just answer all their questions by going to Discord. I mean, maybe that's really how it happened, but that just seems a little too convenient to me, that there's all this admission. Oh, I changed my clothes. This is where I left the gun. This is what the gun looked like. This is what I did. This is how I did it. I took my temperature rectally and let you know how much how hot I am. And just all these details were supposedly found all right there. And like I said, maybe that really is how it happened, but it seems a little too convenient to me. They said that they found a 30-06 bolt-action rifle. The bullet casings had multiple messages on the casings showing how foolish and disturbed the shooter is. Tyler Robinson, the name of the shooter, his family members supposedly are the ones that turned him in. And then, like I said about Kash Patel, talking about Valhalla and paganism and all that stuff, it's offensive to people that, understand that Charlie Kirk believed in capital G God and wouldn't be around any of that paganism shit. So let's hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about all of that. Guess I'm with the arrest was to calm people down, and this dude ends up in witness protection under another name. I mean, you never know. You never know. J Spray, Valhalla is the wrong god. Yeah, exactly. Happy freedom to you, J Spray. Russell, it's not 30-06, it's an 8mm Mauser. I don't know. They said 30-06 like 3 times. Zero, they need to dig deep, go to the money. Nah, they're not going to. They just want to find an answer. I don't think they're going to figure it out. I don't know. Like I said, it all seems a little too convenient to me. Weird. I don't know. Hopefully it's really the guy, though. Guess unemployment numbers will rise with all the anti-Kirk comment people getting fired. Yeah, and there's a lot of them. I guess some dean also got fired from a college because he was talking crap about Charlie Kirk. Zero, where'd he learn to shoot? Who trained him? Yeah. A lot of people online are talking about how easy the shot is. They're like, oh, it's so easy. Okay, so then was it a security failure? Russell, ban clothing. Exactly. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom. What's up, Nashada? Happy freedom to you. Patel was basically saying, see you in paradise. Hindu doesn't have an eternal heaven. He thought it was an acceptable compromise. Yeah, Nashada, but, like that would have been okay if he didn't know the guy. But Charlie Kirk is very open about loving God and talking about God and stuff like that. And I don't know. Especially to be like calling him friend. And be like, oh, you're my friend. And then I'm going to imply that you pray to a different God. Like it's just stupid to me. I'm not offended by it. I don't give a shit. But to me, it's a stupid mistake. And now he's getting blowback. And I mean, I could see why he's getting blowback. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom. Cassie could have said, we'll see you again someday. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to critique him too much. I just wanted to be like, I just want to kind of summarize why people are mad. I don't care either way. I wish they'd go out there and catch some bad guys. I wish they would do their job. I don't care about their stupid speeches and shit. I mean, he shot himself in the foot talking like that, but, Guess I think AOC is the shooter. She might be. Guess she shoots her mouth off a lot. She's a trained shooter. She is. J Spray smells like MK. Yeah. Zero at Skyrim. Well, it's similar to Skyrim. It's because all of that is the Viking era. Guess him as Cash Buddhist? I don't know. I don't know what Cash is. Jay Spray, I wasn't offended. I just laughed and called him a dumbass. Yeah, that's about where I'm at, Jay Spray. Yeah, and I guess Hinduism and Norse pagan religion, I guess, are very similar. I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom. Ramsey, I made my first 300-yard shot at 17 with no training outside of my father, who was nothing more than a hunter. Yeah, Ramsey. What's up, E-Rock? Happy freedom. What's up, Godspeed? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Goth? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom. What's up, Kea? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us. Ghostly, to a man like Charlie Kirk, Valhalla would be hell. Cash doesn't even believe in Valhalla, so why would he even say that? I don't know. Apparently nobody's writing his speech, you know? Like President Trump, he's got people that write his shit. Apparently Cash Patel needs that too, a little media training. Keep it salty. I don't think he literally meant Valhalla. Probably not. SOS, nothing sits right. Not a single point, no info, day one, other than t-shirt, sunglasses, tennis shoes. Yeah, SOS. I don't know what to think about any of it. The shot, I'd give him a pass on it. Yeah. Done. He was a wandering soldier with one leg blown off. He didn't have a leg blown. I think he hurt himself when he jumped off the building, but some people were saying that video was before he went to the school, and that he was walking like that because he had the rifle in his pants and like inside of his t-shirt and shit, but I don't know. Pumpkin, got your stitches out so you're good. Why do you got stitches? I'm glad you're doing okay though. Meta was out and about yesterday flying the American flag for peace. Went to the post office. Oh, I will check it. Thank you, Meta. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had a good day yesterday. Viola, pray to all the gods one time. Well, according to capital G God, he is the only God. If you pray to any other God, you are not praying to him. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just telling you guys that other people are offended. I'm not offended. You don't have to tell me what Valhalla is and all that shit, because I literally don't give a shit. Like I literally don't care. I know everything you guys are saying. I know it's the Hall for Warriors and it's an honor and all. I know that. I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm just saying that other people are pissed off and why they're pissed off, and that I understand why they're pissed off as well. But none of it matters to me. What's up, Torrent? Is it Torin? Happy freedom to you. Torin 99 will celebrate this guy's death penalty. The left has achieved nothing. Yeah. Absolutely. Happy freedom to you, Killer J. What's up, Burn Pile? Happy freedom. What's up, Sean? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rhizosphere? Happy freedom. They discontinued steak burritos at my Taco Bell. Why did they do that? Oh my God, don't tell me that. I don't have time to go to Taco Bell today, and I need to know, did they take the only item I like on the menu off of the menu? It really is a sad day today. Holy shit. We need to protest. That's what we need to do. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom. Rhyme time, Christians are pagans too. They believe in Easter, Christmas, Halloween, all types of holidays. If you celebrate holidays, you're pagan. Yeah. I know, but I'm not trying to debate Christianity. I was a chaplain. I was a chaplain for 2 years. I was a warrior of God, and everybody around me was hardcore into the shit. They didn't swear. They didn't eat pork. They didn't they didn't grow their beard long. They wouldn't let their hair get long. They were very, very much worried about being acceptable by the Lord. And so I know, okay, I know about all that shit. I like all of it. The seventh day is Saturday. It's not Sunday. You don't rest on Sunday. You shouldn't go to church on Sunday. You shouldn't go to a building that's a church at all, and so on and so forth. I know about it, and I'm glad that you guys know about it, but it doesn't matter. Charlie Kirk believed in God. People are mad. We talked about it. It's good. I'm grateful that you guys know about this, but I do too. What's up, Big Daddy? Happy Freedom. What's up, Leon? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Bloopy? What's up, Jeb? What's up, Cheryl? What's up, Shadow? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Bill? Happy Freedom to you. Be safe out there, Salty Ginger. Thank you for stopping in. Amarane, a cheerleading coach in my town high school, got fired for her posting her happy about Charlie getting shot on TikTok. It's crazy, Amarane. I'm glad they're actually firing these people, though. You know, normally they don't. Normally they're just like, haha, did you hear this funny thing this teacher said? So, like, at least they're actually getting fired and stuff. What's up, Kenneth? Happy Freedom. What's up with the guys giving hand signals? I haven't found anything about that. You're the second person to say something about it, but I haven't found anything relating to hand signals and all of that. Resosphere, why would Charlie have enough security to secure a 200-yard patented? Come on now. Yeah, I don't know. And that's the thing, is they haven't really explicitly said, is this a security failure or like what is this? Because a lot of people have mentioned, how come there wasn't any drones? They could have put one drone in the sky and covered all the buildings. They'd have been able to see the rooftops of all the buildings. And it only took one person to do that. And they had all those people. There's 3,000 people watching. And then he had his security team, and police officers were there, and campus security was there, and not one person could put a drone in the sky. And like, that stuff doesn't make sense. Guess on the 8th day, God made guess and it was good. Yes, guess Simply Witchy. My guess is, if he wanted someone to go get the rifle for him, most likely could be led back to him. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. What's up, CLB? Happy Freedom. What's up, Mike T? Happy Freedom to you. Patriot Dad, I'm loving the idiots getting fired. Me too. What's up, people? Happy Freedom. Yeah, relax. One drone could have really changed it all. Cass, sadly, it seems like they allowed it to happen. Same when Trump got shot. Yeah, and a lot of people are playing this video of Charlie Kirk that I guess is recent, where he was... How do I want to say this? He was talking about Jewish people. And he was talking about them from them being in a position of power. I guess we'll say it like that. There's a clip circulating with him talking about that. And I guess it's one of the most recent things he had talked about prior to this live debate that just happened. He was being interviewed by somebody. Maybe it was Ben Shapiro. I don't know. But he was saying something about them having a lot of power and the way they control things and a whole bunch of stuff that I don't know anything about. And now this happened. And so some people are like, oh, Israel got him. That's what happens. They got him. And so there's a lot of that speculation going on too. All I know for sure is we ain't never going to know much more than we know right now. Yeah, Simply Witchy. Yeah, I think so too. Zero, just like Butler, when Trump got shot, couldn't get a drone in the air. Yeah. Cass, you seen the video I'm talking about? Yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder, but like I said, we're never going to get real answers. What we have is probably the most we're going to get. What's up, Jay White? Happy Freedom to you. DCAT. God is in your heart and in your soul, not in a building, and you don't need to pay the pastor every time you go there, is all I'm saying. Yeah, you're right, DCAT. A lot of that stuff is playing Clubhouse. It doesn't have anything to do with God. Meta hashtag bring back steak burritos. I'm saying, I love them. I put 3 of them down and only cost you $9. What a deal. What's up, Rich? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy Freedom to you. Thank you so much for the bits, Southern Eagleman. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, Southern Eagleman. I'm throwing my chapstick at you. I'm so excited. Thank you. And you renewed your sub. What a badass here. Let me see. Gifted a sub. Thank you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you for gifting a sub over on Twitch. You're a badass. Thank you. Let's see. Throwing my damn chapstick. Going ham over here. That's why I got a pile. Where's Josh 1776? That's what I want to know. He was here like every day and then he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. He's the one who sent me all this chapstick. So Wayward, happy freedom to you. Jay Spray, I know he had his own security, but why not have at least one guy on the roof? I mean, you know, I don't know. It sucks because you can think of all the answers after it happens, but Charlie Kirk knew what happened to President Trump. Everybody thought it was silly to not have Secret Service and all that stuff aiming at a building that's right there within range and all of this. Charlie Kirk was very aware of that stuff. He was also very aware of the threat because he was, you know, he had plates on under his shirt and stuff. And so I don't know, you know, I don't know why they didn't put a guy on the roof. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. Man. Yeah. Oh, so he didn't have plates on? Oh, I thought he had plates on. There's a video with everything all slowed down and it looks like he's got plates on. Maybe it's just the way his shirt popped up. Puffin stuff. He was asked and said he was doing God's work and protected by the Lord. Yep. What's up, Grinches, bro? Happy freedom. Grinches, bro, I don't know what you have to do to put someone on the roof of a public building. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they would want because, I don't know, because it's also a college campus. I don't know what the laws would be like. High Plains Drifter, God likes tequila night at the local karaoke joint? Maybe. Maybe. Thank you so much, Rich and Southern Eagleman. Thank you both for the bits over on Twitch. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Sean, Israel was the first social media post after his death. There's a lot of people pointing out stuff like that. What's up, Peter? Happy freedom. Jan, we need roof security people at every event now. Yeah. Yeah, they should. They should just do that by default at this point. Vision, my soft armor doesn't show through my shirt. Yeah, I have a Safe Life Defense vest that's supposed to be conceal, but it's a little too bulky. When I wear it, people know I got something on, unless I have a hoodie or a coat on, and then they don't really know. 10 Man, where was the rifle when he jumped off the roof? I think he had it on. I think it was on a sling. I don't know if it was in a bag or what. I don't have the video right here right now, but I'm pretty sure he had him on. He had the rifle on him when he jumped off the roof, or kind of fell. He kind of fell. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, next up we got Trump to send the National Guard to Memphis. This is a doubly, but the first video is very short. It's not even a minute long. In the first video, we're going to hear President Trump, I believe. I had to watch a couple of these videos. Either way, we're going to hear about President Trump sending the National Guard to Memphis. In the second video, it's titled General Sessions County Clerk Tammy Sawyer addresses National Guard deployment in Memphis. She's going to be crying a lot about the National Guard. She's going to make everything about skin color. And then she's going to say, give us money. So all of that's coming up next. Let's get this video pulled up real quick. Like I said, the first one is very short, if it'll ever load. And the guy, the reporter here, he's styling. Come on, load. Jesus loves us. Anyways, look at this guy styling. He only has one eyebrow. Anyways, this is titled Trump to send National Guard to Memphis. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
And President Trump is deploying the National Guard to another major city, telling Fox News he's sending the Guard to Memphis, a city he calls, quote, deeply troubled. Blue state governors have pushed back against federal intervention in their states, but the president said he's heard from red states that do want help. FBI data shows Memphis was among the top U.S. cities for violent crime and murder in recent years.
We're going to Memphis. I'm just announcing that now, and we'll straighten that out.
National Guard?
National Guard and anybody else we need. And by the way, we'll bring in the military, too, if we need it.
The president said he would still like to deploy the Guard to Chicago. The government has already stepped up federal resources as part of increased immigration enforcement in the city. Democratic leaders in Illinois have threatened legal action if he sends the Guard to that state.
Okay, like I said, it's a doubly. Few details there. Memphis, or National Guard going to Memphis and all of that. Getting into the second video here. Like I said, this woman is just going to be crying her little eyes out. This is titled, General Sessions County Clerk Tammy Sawyer addresses National Guard deployment in Memphis.
It's sad that the day after this country once again recognized 9/11, President Donald Trump has announced even further reduction of our rights as citizens of this country. Here in Memphis, Tennessee, we are facing several challenges, and we know that number one is poverty. But let me tell you a little bit about what happens if the National Guard comes to town. Currently, Tennessee Highway Patrol just deployed an additional 50 troops to this city. Since they've come to town on Wednesday night, we have had 1,000 tickets added to our docket every day. We've had 70 arrests since their arrival on Wednesday night, made solely by Tennessee Highway Patrol. The state of the jails is beyond critical. Currently, any day you can walk into intake and there are at least 240 people waiting for trial and waiting for bail to be set. If the governor and the president of this country enact dual authorization to deploy the National Guard to this city, they will have the right to arrest citizens. If the president enacts this, then they won't have the right to arrest. But from what we understand, this will be a dual authorization. We as a county don't have the funding. Our jail does not have the space. We don't have the number of employees that we will need to support federal occupation. As my stance as the General Sessions Court clerk is that instead of sending more people here to add to the jail, send us the resources that Shelby County, the blackest county in Tennessee, needs. Our students graduate, 2 out of 3 of them graduate from Memphis Shelby County schools functionally illiterate. Where do we need intervention from the federal government? We need that intervention in the schools. And as a black woman, I'm going to say, Tammy Sawyer is going to say that I am terrified of what this means in the city where Tyree Nichols was killed by police officers. As a black woman, I'm going to say, what happens when rural people from counties that look nothing like Shelby County get to be a part of the National Guard and police a city that they have been told is violent, that they have been told is not equal to them? We are not only at crisis in our operations, we are going to be at crisis in our community. I do not support this decision by the elected president of this country, nor the governor of this state, and I ask them to not take away our right to police ourselves and to support our people. Send us money, don't send us more troops.
Give me money. That's all it's about. Stupid. So stupid. It's county clerk there, Tammy Sawyer, crying about the National Guard coming to town, saying the jails are full, saying that Highway Patrol is making so many arrests, but then hints that the area isn't crime-ridden by using language like "they were told," which she said multiple times. Oh, they were told that it was bad here. They were told to send National Guard. They were told we needed help. No, it's obvious. It's all over the screen. It's all over the TV. I mean, I have a story that we're going to play tomorrow because we had so much news today that I just started building tomorrow's schedule. There was 4 children shot in Memphis last night. I think that's what caused President Trump to go, you know what? We'll put Chicago on hold. Let's send NG down to Memphis there. 4 children were shot in their home last night. But she didn't want to talk about that. No, she don't want to talk about that. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow when it's Free Speech Saturday. Either way, like I said, she's crying her little eyes out with her big, dumb, liberal glasses. Either way, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. But like I mentioned earlier today, it's a feel-good video. It's not a funny video. It's titled The Starbucks Order. And like I mentioned before, this has to do with Charlie Kirk. I know everybody hates Starbucks, but this has to do with Charlie Kirk. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about National Guard going to Memphis, and the county clerk here crying her little eyes out, trying to say it's, you know, it's about being black and stuff like that, which it's not. It's about crime. Man, have they shown a picture of the rifle yet? I think so. I don't have a picture on me right now. Maybe someone has it. They could post it in Hooligans Alley. Otherwise, I could try and find it and post it in Hooligans Alley after the live. Chase Bray, come on, people. She's a victim. Russell, hire good teachers. I mean, it's that simple. Here, Juicer, as a black woman, well, we all better get quiet and hear what you have to say as a black woman here, Juicer. Jay Spray, we need more money to not do anything different. Exactly. That's something I'm not going to read that out loud. Holy. Pumpkin Club's being a good boy. He is. He's a good boy. Yes. Earning that fancy feast. Don Sparks got him 54 Kansas fancy feast yesterday. What's up, Dabs? Happy Freedom. Bill Clay, shut up. Yeah, for real. Patriot Dad, that dude will get killed in jail. Mark my words. Same with the Charlotte piece of shit. Yeah. Unless they put him in Max. But they ain't going to be able to stay in Max. Eventually, they'll have to come out. They can't leave you isolated for too long. Sly Dog, she's admitted that she failed on every level. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sly Dog. But more money will fix it. Just give her more money, and then all of a sudden she'll just start doing better. I think the marching band next door is going off right now. And her user, she's on crack? Most likely. Pumpkin, how's the spider bite? It's not changing. I'm on all these antibiotics, which is just this little bottle here, antibiotics. It's not doing anything. It's not getting worse, but I can't tell if it's getting better. It doesn't seem like it hurts a lot. Rappy the sweet Klaus, he is. TK, they cut off your leg yet? No, not yet. But if I go back, that's probably what they're gonna do. Tony Rez, Klaus is looking like how America feels. Yeah. Kaya, can we see the bite? I don't know if I can show you guys that much leg. Let me see if I can find a picture without scarring you guys deeply. Scrolling past all the terribly graphic content I have. Let me see if I can show you guys this. So I have like terrible anxiety. And I talk about it every once in a while. And part of how I solve that when I go to the doctor's office is not only do I treat those people like shit most of the time, because fuck them, but I also take selfies while I'm sitting there waiting for the doctor. So let me see really quick what I can and can't show you guys. Gotta be careful. Okay, so we'll do this. First, this is what my leg looks like. That's the back of my leg right there. I should have flexed. If I'd have known, I'd have flexed because my legs is quite nice. But that's what it looks like right now. It looks better than it did, but still not that great. It's whatever. And then I'll show you guys my selfie from the doctor's office. I'm like, here we go again. That's just like, look at this shit. Look at that look on my face. Can you believe this shit? You believe this? 10 o'clock in the morning at the fucking doctor's office. This is fucking bullshit. It was good stuff. Either way, reading through. And like I said, next up we have the midlife break. Oh, Zero, that's what I saw too. I wasn't sure why it was in a box though, because they found it in wrapped up in a towel, but maybe they threw it in a box because that's the proper way to store it. Simply Witchy, I'm not far from a local high school too, but I like hearing the football games at night from the back porch. Yeah, there's a field behind me, so all the announcers and stuff, I can hear it, and then the marching band practices out here in the field. Kevin, I think we need to amputate. I just need somebody to come suck the venom out. Send someone that can suck the chrome off a Cadillac. We'll get this fixed. It's going to cost me a lot, though. It'd probably be cheaper to pay a hooker to fix it than a doctor, though, you know, honestly. SOS, put straight up iodine, clear kind, and it kills everything. Well, there's like no open wound, so there's no way to like get to where the infection is. Metamod looks painful. It is pretty painful. Psydog spiders must die. That's right. If I could find it, I would cleanse it with fire. Taito, they didn't even roll out the white carpet for you? Rude. I know. Left me in that cold room all by myself. Happy freedom to you, Disco, if I can get you already. Pumpkin, it looks awful. Thanks, Pumpkin. Thanks. J. White, Brown Recluse. That's what I think it is, but they said that it could be a tick. They don't know. They're not really sure what it is. Get some. That's a hickey. Kevin, get another spider to bite you on the other leg so it evens out. I've been trying. I've been strutting around with these calves all day, and it's you know, no takers. Cash, you should do a circle around it to see if it's shrinking. I know, and that's a really good idea, and you guys have been telling me that for days, but I just don't want to walk around with a big Sharpie circle on the back of my leg. I don't want to. I feel like it's less noticeable without the outline. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see. We got to get those likes up, hooligans. Bill Clay, you'll become Spider-Man now. I've been working on it, but it's not kicking in yet. Happy frame to you, Kevin. Done. Wife says you got eggs in you. No, don't say that. I'm hoping not. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. Have eggs but no ovaries. What's up, Fitzy? Happy freedom. Not pregnant, but I got babies in me. That's not good. It's not good. Kaya, stand in front of a microwave. No. No, I don't even own a microwave. I stay away from them. Kevin, pour peroxide in it, draw the poison out. I have been. I want to cut it open. I tried to cut it open, but it hurts so bad I can't cut it open. Normally that's what I do, though. I cut it open and dump peroxide in it until it's all better. DCAT, just look at it this way. You could always put your leg in a snowbank pretty soon. Yeah, I mean, if I have to. You know, the snow's coming. No, I appreciate you people. Thank you. Snug's a vampire hickey? I wish. I wish. You know how smart I'd be in 100 years? Meta, they advertise that they can't control crime because they're underfunded. They needed some funding. Guess who? How do you think he was not going to get caught? He probably did know he was going to get caught. He probably was all ready to be celebrated as the Charlie Kirk assassin. That's why I've been trying not to say that, is because he's probably proud to have that title, because like obsessed fans, right, you hear about it, well, you used to hear about it, now everybody hates celebrities, but prior to COVID and all of that shit, you would hear about crazed fans wanting to get at Eminem or Britney Spears or whoever, wanting to kill them. And then you like, why would they want to kill these entertainers? Like, how does that make sense? Well, because then they get to say that that's them. They're the only you can only do that once. You can only kill somebody once. And so now you get this nice little title that nobody can take from you because it's a one of one action. And so he was probably ready to be called that phrase or whatever, and most people aren't even saying that. They're just calling him the shooter. So he just blends in with everybody else, any other shooter that we've covered on the news, because he doesn't deserve any kind of real spotlight. He deserves things that I can't even say on the live, right? He deserves consequences for his actions. But yeah. What's up, Visions? Happy Freedom. What's up, Pure Blood? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Manic Miner? Happy Freedom. Looks a little bit like a tick bullseye. Yeah, that's kind of what the doctor was saying, but they can't tell because it could just be an infected spider bite, so they don't really know. What's up, Lusk? Happy Freedom. Rhyme time. Needs to send a National Guard to the city where bro lost his life on national television. Who? Which situation? What's up, Leonardo? Happy Freedom. What's up, Tiny? Happy Freedom to you. Lusk, why is no one talking about the angle? They're saying that the guy was on the roof and that it was straight in front of him, but that's not true. The picture I saw in X, it was right in front, but I only saw the one picture, so I don't really know. Wayward, a barbecue place was terminated from Cincinnati's soccer stadium for dissing Charlie Kirk. It's badass. They deserve it. My city, Cincinnati, wouldn't accept the funding from our government. You can guess why. Very easy. Yep, they want to say it's really safe in all these cities that obviously are not safe. Guess when the doctor said it looks like a small tick, are you sure he pronounced it right? I mean, it was a woman, but she did have a speech impediment. Her hands were like twice the size of mine too, so there was that. When it's time for prostate exams, I might have to find a new doctor. I don't know. Either way, we're gonna move forward here. Like I said, we got our midlife break coming up, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open your browser, go to rumble.com, log in, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this funny video pulled up. Oh yeah, so this is not a funny video. This is more of a feel-good video, and it's related to Charlie Kirk. So this one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled "The Starbucks Order."
My question is, what is your Starbucks order? You've been carrying a Starbucks cup around
That's
all
a great
day
question. What do you think it is?
Somebody said green tea.
Someone said soy milk and
Somebody
soy milk
said
latte.
chai.
That's not chai. I literally drink this for one reason, because I lose my voice very easily. It is literally just Mint Majesty tea with 2 honeys. And I drink like 9 of them a day. Otherwise, I lose my voice. So now you know the Starbucks order.
All right, the Starbucks order. Charlie Kirk, alive forever. Moving forward here, getting back into the news. Like I was saying, man shot and killed by ICE in Franklin Park. An agent was severely injured. Now I saw people referencing this over on YouTube and whatnot. Glad we're finally getting into it. This is an interesting story. I had to watch all kinds of stuff to figure out what actually happened, because people are twisting this story for some reason. I think they're trying to get a rise out of the locals. Either way, once again, this is man shot and killed by ICE in Franklin Park. Agent was severely injured. Go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Franklin Park involving an ICE raid and an agent-involved shooting.
Julian Cruz is live at the scene with the latest. Julian?
Hey guys, the information that we are getting from ICE spokespeople that this was a targeted activity. There was an arrest team here in the area at 9840 Grand Avenue this morning. We don't have the exact time just at this moment, but one individual who is being described as a suspect is dead. And an ICE agent, according to spokespeople, telling us that he has sustained severe injuries. He was listed in stable condition and taken to an area hospital. Now, from what we are being told, what happened here was that the ICE arrest team moved in to try to take an individual into custody. This individual appears to have been in a vehicle. You can see a silver-colored sedan. And according to ICE, this individual tried to run over agents who were trying to take him into custody. Subsequently, one of the agents was dragged in this moving vehicle, and according to this statement, this ICE agent, fearing for his life, opening fire and striking this unidentified suspect at this point, an individual being described as a suspect. We have seen video that shows ICE agents rendering aid to this individual as he laid on the pavement here. He was rushed to an area hospital. We believe it was Gottlieb Hospital, but that's not yet confirmed. Once again, that suspect is dead. Now, ICE spokespeople providing us with this information. Franklin Park police are here assisting. They basically have closed off the area here to traffic. So this is a developing story. We are still working to learn more. Of course, we will bring you more information, guys, as soon as it becomes available. For now, I'm live in Franklin Park. Julian Cruz, WGN News.
Okay, Julian.
Okay. So like I said, I've watched, I don't know, probably 5 videos really of this, and everyone told the story differently. No two were the same. And I don't really know why, but this one had the most details. As you guys could see, there was a Subaru involved, but there was no Bambi Al-Qaeda, so this is kind of a weird story. I believe it happened in Chicago. They always talk about Franklin Park, like everybody just knows where the fuck that's at. I'm pretty sure it happened in Chicago. The car was being pulled over by ICE as part of a targeted operation. The car took off, dragging one of the agents. The agent is in stable condition, but has serious injuries. The suspect driving the car was trying to flee and potentially run over agents when he was shot and killed. I also think that he was shot and killed by the guy that he was dragging. So, you know, an eye for an eye, I suppose. Either way, next up we got jewelry store owner opens fire during attempted robbery. This story has a good ending. They did not get robbed. You know, no one died, but either way, little 2A safety coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about ICE going after this illegal. And he wasn't illegal, by the way. I forgot to write it down. But he wasn't illegal. He's not with us anymore, as you can tell by the title. But either way, hopping in the chat. Oh, here, Jeezer, that's what, that was an accident. That was an accident. I didn't mean to cut the video right there. 10 man, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Russell prayers for that agent. Yeah. Guess some Subaru dude was gay. Well, he was illegal. I don't know if he was gay. Do people not say tree hugger anymore? "10 man, Dad turned in his son for a million and 150,000. Nice. Dad was like, son, you're fucked. Oh, you fucked up. See you. I was wondering that too. Does the dad get the reward money for turning his son in? Because I kind of think he should, but at the same time, they raised that kid. So it's like, I don't really know. Jay White, swift justice. And that's right. It was frontier justice. Hooligans Island, we all lost a part of us when Charlie was murdered. Yeah. Bro, usually those Subarus only run over deer. I know. That's why it wasn't effective against the ICE agent. It's not made for that. You know, they were misusing that Subaru. Pumpkin, someone is dead and someone is alive. That's right. Dabs, he attempted to kill agents just to run. Definitely innocent. Yep, he was totally innocent. Now he's being sorted out for real. He didn't want to be deported. Now he's in the ground. Like, good job, buddy. You don't want to go home, but guess what? You can't stay here. It's not good. It's not good. What's up, Gert? Happy Freedom. Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Tony Rez Jeff's like, we can do that Subaru. You have no idea. I'd be like scrolling through the marketplace and stuff, and I'm like seeing all these 2009 Outbacks. I'm like, if I only had another $3,000, give me another one. Damn it. Shroomish Charlie is the reason Trump won the young vote, I believe. This is a huge loss. Well, him and Barron, they both really helped him recruit those young votes there. Did you guys see Ben Shapiro saying that he wants to take over TPUSA? A lot of people did not like that. A lot of people did not like that at all. Jay Spray, they're made for hitting deer and going on gangbangs. I mean, more or less. What's up, Mama Bear? Happy Freedom. Permanent self-deportation. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to go that way, but he sure as hell chose it. Gert, treat yourself and get a WRX. I mean, I wish I could do that. I think it's crazy that those cars don't come with heated seats. Like, who doesn't want to have a badass car that also has heated seats? I just don't understand that. That's why I keep getting Outbacks instead of Imprezas. It's because I like my heated seats. It gets cold here. KR, let's see, our Utah governor is saying, look, there's no rioting in Utah over this. Yeah. And there's a lot of people pointing that out. They're like, you notice there's no riots? There's no I don't want to say blowback. There's no retaliation going on. It's just vigils happening. Meta Mac Recluse. Did the doctor suggest anything? Ice, heat, pack mud on it? Anything helpful for the pain? Nope. They did not. Stern and turn it Jewish. I don't know where I stopped the video, but that's what Hair Juicer pointed out too, that I'd cut it at us. I don't know what happened. It was not intentional though. And thank you so much, Stern, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. Appreciate you, Stern. Thank you so much. Tactical call Dr. Pimple Popper. What are you talking about? What, for my leg? Oh no, I can't even like feel my jeans brush up against my leg. It just sends lightning like right into my knee and shit. It hurts. Like that bite hurts. Wayward, they should look into the mental health effects caused by the jab. Yeah, but they would just release false information. Man, Alex Stein was debating college kids too. Yeah, he's supposed to get back into it, and there's been a lot of people. There's a lot of people saying that they're going to debate. They're going to colleges to do debates now. They're basically going to do what Charlie Kirk does. I know, what is his name? Louder with Crowder. I know Crowder does the same thing. I haven't heard him say anything since this has happened, but it just may not have crossed my feed. But there's a lot of like podcast people and political influencers and stuff that are saying that they're going to try and do what Charlie was doing. We'll see how things turn out. Thank you so much, Guessum, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Guessum. Thank you so much. It says, for Jeff, cheering us up during the hard times. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you too, Guessum. Thank you so much. You rock. People that like the jabs are already mental. Yeah, I have to keep scrolling past news of lefties being upset that they can't go get vaccines that they don't need. That's the craziest news I have to skip over, is that shit. Because we already covered it. How many times are we going to cover it? So I have to, but every day there's new videos. Have you heard that vaccine that you love so much, you can't go get it now unless you're actually sick? And people are like, what the fuck does that mean? And like, do you know what it's for? If you lost touch of what the fucking point was? It's like obtaining food after you're already throwing up because you've overeaten. I need more food. No, you don't. You do not need it. You want it. And there's shit wrong with you for wanting it while you don't need it. It's like gluttony of medicine. It's weird. Oh, it'll be all right, Snooks. No, Goth, I haven't seen it yet. I've seen a couple people in the chat talk about it. Pumpkin, we should do things that would make Charlie proud. Yeah, I agree. Kaya, how can you throw your life away like that? I have no idea. I do not understand the choices that people make. Pumpkin chocolate is good medicine for many things. I agree. Meta, doctors are useless drug pushers. Yeah, they are. So I didn't want to go, but you guys kept telling me to go. So I went. Stern, I did see that Ben Shapiro said he isn't canceling any of his debates, speeches, and he's going to do more now. Yeah. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy freedom. Corey Luca, I'll check it out. Thank you for letting me know. Wayward, Tim Pool canceled his events. Interesting. Does Crowder still do it? I think he does. I don't really watch Crowder. He's a little bit too pompous for me, but I think he still does debates and stuff. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, jewelry store opens, or jewelry store, why can't I say this? Jewelry store owner opens fire during attempted robbery. That wasn't supposed to be a tongue twister. I enjoy life on hard mode. Anyways, come on, load up here. Like I said, this is some good 2A action here. This guy protected his store and potentially his life. They're going to be talking about these groups of criminals that I believe are probably teenagers or maybe in their young 20s based on their body language, the little bit of stuff that you can hear them saying and whatnot. Just the behavior in general seems like young 20-year-olds. Shitheads that deserve some consequence for their actions is what I'm talking about. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Let's move on now. A violent attack in the South Bay. Armed and masked vandals storm into a Milpitas shopping center in a brazen attempt to rob a jewelry store. Similar robberies in the Bay Area have ended with people getting hurt. In this case, the store owner fought back by firing a gun, scaring those people away. Here's NBC's Jocelyn Moran.
This is the aftermath left behind after several suspects tried to force their way into fine jewelry in Milpitas. Surveillance video shows at least 8 people masked and wearing hoodies run into a Milpitas shopping center. 2 of them start using tools to smash the glass windows and doors. Police say the owner and an employee were inside, and the owner fought back, firing a gun they own legally. After that, you can see the suspects quickly run off without ever getting inside. Family of the owners tell us the store was robbed 2 years ago, and that time the thieves did get away with jewelry. The owners did not want to go on camera, but the mayor of Milpitas says she was able to talk with them.
She's traumatized, but she said she was going to probably close her business and move somewhere else. She didn't say where.
Better public safety. Better public safety.
This attempted robbery comes a day after South Bay elected officials held a news conference calling for change after a smash and grab robbery in San Jose, where more than 15 suspects stormed a jewelry store and pushed the 88-year-old owner to the ground.
They're getting more bold, more brazen, and they have no regard for life or for property.
Tonight, more calls for funding for Prop 36.
Make sure that we are sending a message, a strong message to Governor Newsom. He needs to put your money where your mouth is.
Prop 36 is the measure voters passed last November. That means stricter punishments for some retail theft and drug possession offenses. It also means increased criminal justice costs. We reached out to Governor Newsom's office about Prop 36. A spokesperson pointed out that the governor signed a package of bills last year aimed at reducing organized retail crime and funded millions of dollars in organized retail theft grants. But today's attempted break-in has left the community shaken up and calling for change again.
The business is in danger. We are in danger too. I'm asking for public safety for everybody.
In Milpitas, Jocelyn Moran, NBC Bay Area News.
All right, so like I said, little 2A action there. These groups of criminals tried to break in and rob this jewelry store, but the owner, who was inside, shot at them, causing them to flee. They also mentioned another situation where a large group of individuals backed a vehicle into the front of a jewelry store, robbed them, and shoved the 80-year-old man to the ground. The local community is trying to get Newsom's attention, asking for tougher punishments for these types of crimes, but chances are that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, all they could do is take their business up out of there because gruesome Newsom, he's not going to help them out at all. Next up, we got sheriff urges citizens to arm themselves. It's not lefties losing it, but it's the closest we could get. It is the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this jewelry store owner defending himself and these mobs of criminals just thinking they can roll up on any jewelry store and act like heathens. What's up, Wad? Happy Freedom? Guess, let it be known that if you rob me, I'm aiming for the wiener first. What? I'm all balls. You're immune to Gessum's defenses. It's funny. Snooks, people are defending themselves more and more. Good for them. Yeah. Well, in this next video, we're going to cover this sheriff is talking like that. He's like, people need to really work on readiness. Because he talks about the woman being stabbed on the train and all of that, and he's like, people are not wanting to get involved. He also talks about Daniel Penny and stuff like that, how that's caused hesitancy because he did what most think are the right thing. Daniel Penny did when he was facing off with Jordan Neely, who was all cracked out on K2 and stuff. A lot of people feel he did the right thing. Despite that, still had to go to court, had to get an attorney, had to spend money, had to sit in jail, had to be demonized, and and all that shit, just because he actually stepped in and tried to make sure that everything would be okay. And so this sheriff is encouraging people to be armed and to be ready. Happy freedom to you, Wad, if I can get y'all ready. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. What's up, Jewel Helix? Happy freedom to you. CLB, good for the owner. I agree. It's not being charged or anything like that. He defended his store. Now, that stuff kind of depends on where you are. I mean, in that situation, he may have been okay. It was a mob of criminals, so even if there was no defend your castle doctrine, he probably still would have been okay. There's a reason to believe you're going to die, right? You're in a building, 10 people roll up on you, without saying shit and just start hammering on the glass, you could believe your life's in danger, authorizing you to use lethal force. But like here in Michigan, if someone breaks in your house, if a 4.5 foot tall woman walked into the house right now and she didn't have a weapon on her, I couldn't stop her from doing whatever the fuck she came in here to do. Now, if she came to try and kill me and I could prove that, then I'd be able to use force. But without that, I'm supposed to just sit here and call 911 and just let this person do whatever. Because if I was to engage with them, because of them being a woman and I'm a man, me being bigger than they are, they don't, in court, they would say that I don't have a reason to believe I'm in danger because I'm a male and because I'm bigger than them. So even though they broke in the house, I couldn't just fucking shoot them. There's no defend your castle doctrine in Michigan. And so I just have to sit here on the phone and pray to God they show up. Now, if she displayed a weapon, we'd be doing something different. But I don't know. And that's the way things are. But like I said, with a big mob like that, you got a mob trying to get at you. Even if they are just there to rob stuff, you could have a reason to believe your life is in danger and probably be well within a reason to use lethal force. Of course, I can't give legal advice. I'm just talking from the millions of times that I've been to court. Not millions, but I bet it's near 50. I've been in court probably 50 times. But it's not legal advice. Otter, is that a bug sprayer? It says roaches, fleas, and other pests right on it. I don't know who you're talking about, but I think you're right. That's pretty good defense. That is some bear mace. Do a helix. You're only in trouble if you get caught. I mean, it's true. It's like saying the fall doesn't kill you. It's hitting the ground that does. Fitzy, move to the free state of Florida, brother. That's right. I know. If I could move, I have responsibilities here. I can't just up and move. But if I could, I'd go to Florida. I'd never be able to go outside. It's too hot. I can't handle it. Anything over 70, I start to feel like I'm dying. But Florida seems to be like the freest state around. Goth, Crowder doesn't do the school thing anymore. He said logistically it was getting too difficult and he was too well known. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. He's snoring. Hey, wake up. He's usually having a bad dream if he's snoring. Wake up. Yep, it's okay. You're all right. Yeah, you're all right. Sometimes he pops his head up and then hisses at me. And I don't know what he's dreaming about, but he needs to watch himself. Yep. Gridge, bro, Your Honor, Jeff Max said I could use lethal force. I know. That's how it's going to go. Yeah, he was knocked out. Meta, I wish Democrats would watch lefties losing it and realize what they represent and vote for. They just can't see it. They chose labels to care about, and they will do anything to prove that they care about it. And that's what makes them radicals. That's what makes them extreme. Is they're like, I want to be able to, kill babies on a Wednesday because my boyfriend ate the last taco, and if a politician has to kick the bucket in order for that to happen, then so be it. And that's how lefties are. That's how they are. Like, they're radicals. They're radicals. I don't know how fast the transition happens from being a normal person to being radicalized. It seems to be different based on what you're experiencing. Some kids are experiencing radical parents trying to trans them. Other kids are going to college in really liberal areas that are brainwashing them and stuff. But once they get that in their head, it's like a set of rules. It's like there's certain things they stand for, and they will do anything to prove that. They will assassinate people. They will drag people out of their car at gunpoint. They'll join Antifa. They will post crazy stuff on the internet. They'll even make videos with their crazy thoughts and ideologies and stuff because they're gone. I don't know if they're beyond repair, but they're lost. So even if you do show videos of their behavior, their explicit behavior to them, they still won't see it. They'll just see a comrade. They won't see anything wrong with it, and it's because they're gone. They're brainwashed. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom. Rhizosphere, you can remove a trespasser with force for reasonable force in most states. Yeah, here you can't. You can't. In the news all the time, there's like somebody breaking in your house, and they break the window, and then they cut themselves on the way in, and then they turn around and sue you, and then win in court. That's what happens here all the damn time. People come on your property, steal your tractor equipment and shit, cut themselves on it because they're gonna steal it and scrap it for money. That's how meth heads make money here, is they steal your shit and scrap it because the catalytic converters are already rusted out because of the wintertime. But they'll come over there, try and steal your tractor equipment, scrape their leg, get tetanus or some shit, and then the family sues you, and then wins in court. So it's like, yeah, there's like not even self-defense here. Like if you're getting your ass whooped, you're supposed to call the police. The only time you have any kind of shit like that is if you have a concealed carry, because you have training. So therefore, if your life's in danger, you can defend yourself with lethal force. Anything less than that, nope, you'd better know how to dial 911 while getting punched in the face. Michigan fucking sucks for self-defense and shit like that. We need better reform. Our leaders, we need new leaders here. What's up, Dean? Happy freedom. Dan, the government needs to shut down these private chat rooms and make them public. I mean, I don't know if I'm for that, because I mean, that's like saying exposing your phone records and stuff. That starts to lead into like invasion of privacy and all of that. It just, I don't know, it depends. Kind of like what old man Walter wears. Russell, oh, never mind, you respond to somebody else. Yes, if a group of women break in and try to sexually assault me, I will submit for my own safety. Russell, be sure to wear your Jeff Mac thongs. Holy. All right, getting into the last little bit of the news here. Like I said, it's a pretty good video. Sheriff urges citizens to arm themselves, which I think is good. But before we get into this really quick, I want to remind you hooligans that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry's in need of a kidney transplant, and he's recently been in and out of the doctor quite a bit. I put together a page for him over on the website. It has his story, his details, links, and all kinds of stuff. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out this page I put together for him over on the website. All right, like I said, we got this last little bit of the news, and then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. It's a little bit longer of a video. It's about 5 minutes long, but I think it's a pretty good video. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
But the video itself is very shocking here. A 23-year-old woman who recently came to the United States from Ukraine to escape the war with Russia boards a commuter train in Charlotte. Then a man sitting behind her stands up and proceeds to stab the woman to death. He now faces first-degree state murder charge, along with one federal charge, which carries the potential for the death penalty. This act has led to one local sheriff to urge law-abiding citizens to arm themselves and be prepared. He's here now to explain his thoughts on this. He is Butts County Sheriff Gary Long. Sheriff Long, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Was it this one act or this and other things that has led you to make such a public statement?
You know, it's just what's happening. We had an incident here in our county where someone had tried a home invasion, went through a window, and the homeowner did, in fact, use a firearm in that case. And you know, we battle with the court systems constantly. This is a thing, and I say the court systems per se, but the state, states across the country do, letting criminals out of jail that shouldn't be out of jail. And you know, I'm a firm believer an armed community is a safe community, and when I say that, they need to be well trained and they need to understand the importance of gun safety. That's why we teach them this. But when a criminal knows that we're not going to be soft targets and that they're going to get resistance from the people that they're preying against, I think they will probably find somewhere else to go commit their crimes.
Yeah. You wrote that you were completely baffled that no one on that Charlotte train stepped in. We saw a video here recently of a woman being punched in a store. There were people around. Nobody stepped up to do anything. What do you think that says about public safety readiness?
You know, I think that I think cases, for an example, I had some of these posts come up on our Facebook post, but the Daniel Penny case out of New York on a subway, and we're in Georgia, we're not New York, but the Daniel Penny had to go to trial to be found not guilty by a jury, and I think that creates hesitation, and hesitation can equal to death, and people don't want to get involved. But it's one of those things, I tell my people this all the time. If somebody, I can't speak for all the counties in Georgia, but I can speak for this county. If one of my citizens defend themselves or a third person from death or great bodily injury, and they go to prison, I'm going to prison with them because they have a right to defend themselves. And, people need to get involved. Look, I know that stabbing in Charlotte on the light rail could not have been prevented. It was too fast, too aggressive, and too rapid. You wasn't gonna stop that. They had plenty of opportunity to subdue the guy afterwards. But more importantly, and I'm starting a class for our citizens called Stop the Bleed. The girl literally sit there and bled out, got on the floor and bled out. People sitting beside her, people sitting behind her, 5 or 6 people in front of her, and not one person on that train rendered aid, and that bothered me deeply. But then I asked myself, I said, Sheriff, well, Gary, what's the problem? And maybe they don't know that they need how to stop the bleed. So I think it's important as leaders of law enforcement in our community to train the public to be able to do just that and render aid. And so that's what we're going to do. I think we have to be ready. The world is, and the country is more violent than I think I've ever seen it. And the people, the first line of protection is people protecting the people.
Yeah. Your guys are going to start classes to teach people how to handle firearms and other things like that?
We are. We've done that since I come in office in 2013. We run a citizens firearms course. The night I made that Facebook post, we had over 70 individuals apply to attend the course. So we run that course. We have a sponsor that pays for the course, and we're going to run that course once a month. And I'm going to continue that as long as we have to get as many people trained and proficient with guns and gun safety. And then we've teamed up with our local fire department here in the county. And next month we're going to start, and that will be the launch of the Stop the Bleed, CPR, and first aid classes that we're going to be teaching to the community.
All right, real quick, I got about 30 seconds left with you. What's the one thing you want Georgians, as they're looking at this right now, listening to what you're saying, what's the one takeaway you want for them?
I think be observant. Pay attention to your surroundings. And I'll say this: if you're going to a venue, if you're going to be on a transit system, MARTA, whatever you may be on, I know not all the time we can, but try to travel in pairs. That's the golden rule. Always have a partner with you. But be observant. Be observant. Don't be scared to help. Don't be scared to intervene and try to save someone's life.
There you go, Gary Sheriff Long. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for your insight.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, like I said, pretty good video there. Local sheriff was saying that the courts are letting criminals out that shouldn't be getting bond. Says an armed community is a safe community. Talks about gun safety and mentions the Daniel Penny situation causing hesitancy for the public to get involved when bad things happen. Talks about starting a program called Stop the Bleed that teaches first aid, and it also helps with public readiness. And then he also talks about having gun classes for gun safety and probably training on how to properly fire a firearm and store a firearm and all of that, because being able to store it and take care of it correctly is just as important as being able to hit the target. And like I said, that is the last little bit of the news. We're going to get into the fun stuff here in just a second. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Worse Than 9/11 or 9/11 Day. I'm probably going to get a flag now on YouTube. Damn it. Either way, then our official funny video of the day was provided by Get Some, and it's titled Send Jasmine Crockett a Cat. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the sheriff saying everybody needs to be armed that's here for your own protection. Zero should be taught in school every year of high school. Yeah, I think so too. It's interesting, we have the right to bear arms, but they don't like to talk about it. They call guns really scary, and then they don't teach anybody how to properly handle, store, or use firearms. But they teach driving at school. Like, how does that make sense? Guess I also believe that shapeshifters need to be banned from owning guns. They should be. The thing is they need to be charged with lying on gun applications, because technically they already are. They're mentally incompetent. They're not able to. They're a threat to themselves and everyone around them. If you cut your wiener off, you don't deserve a gun. You know, like that's. And when you go to buy a gun or you try to get a CPL or any of that, they ask you so many questions about when was the last time you passed out, when was the last time you had a mental break of sorts, you know, things like that. They're lying on gun applications by being like, no, I'm tip top. I haven't been in any domestic violence or anything. I'm doing great. And then going and buying a gun. Like, they need to be charged for that. We don't need more laws, but they definitely don't need firearms. Zero. Mentally ill can't own guns. Yeah. And that's the deal right there. We don't really need more laws. We need to hold them accountable for lying, because that's the reality of it. We already have laws on that. We don't need more. We need to enforce what we got. And it's like that almost across the board. More accountability would make this place a better place. Delusional people don't need guns. That's right. If you don't know what bathroom to use, you shouldn't know how to use a firearm. Grisbro, yep, they lied on the form. Yep. Hooligans down in Klaus has been in the hot sauce. Why are you saying that? I wish you could see him. I took this box yesterday because Don Sparks sent us 2 cases of Fancy Feast. I opened the box all up because I figured he'd be sitting in it. He is slumped over asleep in this box. It's Klaus sized. I wish I could show you guys. He's so funny. Haito, any gun law should be unconstitutional on its face. It's true. Shouldn't be any gun regulation. Should not be infringed at all in any way, because it shall not be infringed. Go, so they didn't teach driving at my school. They teach driving at the schools here, and I don't know what it is now, but when I was in high school and I was like old enough to take driver's ed, it was $350. Nobody was giving me money for that shit. So I didn't know how to drive until I turned 18, because it's like $70 or some shit like that. You go to the DMV, you take the written test. They give you a paper permit. You're supposed to meet some requirements, but nobody actually checks that shit. Then you show up in 6 months, you take the driving test, and as long as you don't kill anybody or fuck up too bad, then you get a license. And that's the route that I took. But until then, I was riding with all my friends who had actual parents who like gave them money and cared about what they did in life and shit. And even that didn't go that well, but I couldn't drive until I was 18. Legally. Picture Dad, I've worn my Trump hat at work after he won. I work at a majority lefty government facility, no fucks given. Yep, and they better not say shit. You're right. JY, I'm certified first responder at my mill. First aid saves lives. Get educated. Every second matters. Absolutely. Tony Rez, sounds like y'all are trying to start the kitty slave trade, and I can't abide by that. I don't think that's necessarily what Kay is doing, but it's something. Using kitties as the newest currency. If we use kitties as currency, we could be poor and happy at the same time. You could only have one, but you'd still be happy only having one. Who's happy with only $1? Nobody. I think this is the way. Enter user, why no Klaus cam? Nah, I can't show the inside of my house. It's a security threat. Done. We had free driver's ed here. That's how it used to be. The generation before me, I had free driver's ed. It was just included in school. But my generation was like it might have even been my class was like at least in this area, we were the first ones to have to pay for driver's ed. And that's why like a lot of people didn't. I mean, $350 is a lot. And you see how schools are. And these are the same people teaching your kids how to drive. What's that worth? You know, it's worth nothing. It's too much money. So like I understand why, you know, a lot of parents didn't fork up money and shit for my generation to get taught how to drive, but still. Yeah, Goth, I can't say it because YouTube will put a banner on my video. And if you get a banner on your video, then your shit gets shadow banned. As of right now, they don't realize that I said it. But yeah, the 911 day, that's why I gotta say it like that. Is because YouTube sucks. I might be able to do that, Zero. Man, more and more young people are being red-pilled. Yeah. Okay, I'm giving out a basket of bunnies to everyone from next Easter. Where are you going to find baskets of bunnies? What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. High Plains, Jeff Max Sleazy 2028. Could you imagine? Guess the kitty value would grow as much as they do. I know, then we're going to have kitty stocks and stuff. Dudden, carry a tampon in case you need to plug a hole. Yep, I got tampons in my to-go bag. SOS, 850 in South Carolina, ridiculous, no longer in high school. This is a life skill. 850 for driver's ed? Is that what you're saying? Because that's way too much. Yeah, Metamouth, YouTube is ass-ho. Guess I'm just called YouTube and reported you. Thanks, guess Viola, recovering from crazy leg surgery with whiskey and beer, no pills. Trying it my way. Well, I hope for a speedy recovery, Viola. What's up, Crazy Times? Happy freedom. Rich, I have so much stuff on my truck that people ask me if I've been shot at. I have Trump. I have police signs on my truck. I drove to George Floyd Square with it. Yeah, Rich. Well, you know, and the thing is you should be able to do that. You should be able to drive around wearing a MAGA hat, Trump faces in the windows, and nobody do anything to you. You know, it's supposed to be considered a hate crime if somebody attacks you because of your political views. It doesn't seem to go that way, though. We haven't heard of no hate crime against Charlie Kirk and, you know, anything else that happens towards the right. As long as it's happening to the right, nobody cares. What's up, Parabellum? Happy freedom to you. I'm so hungry for steak burritos, and I need to know if they really took them off the menu. Jay Spray, you can throw a tampon under the Subaru and soak up all that oil. I actually need to go in for an oil change. I realized it earlier. I was like, oh man, I'm almost due. When you're driving a Subaru, you don't want to wait because they burn oil, so you gotta make sure you do them oil changes. Either way, like I said, we're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day coming up. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. Now, I can't remember what day it is. Day 6, because yesterday we got that pencil. Yes. So today's day 6. I saw it and now I can't. This is a tiny one. What is it? I can't get it out of there. I don't normally have to take things out of small places. It's a patch. Aw, shit. We're about to be gang affiliated now. We're in like a biker club. Look at that. Skyrim patch. Focus, camera. Focus. Do it. Try it. Just give me something. Try. Well, fuck you, camera. How about that? Fuck you. Anyways, little patch here. The dragon on it from Skyrim. So I've never been so cool in my life. Thank you, Beck Frank. No, I appreciate you So cool. I'm all patched up. We're going to have the local MCs come check my patches. Either way, let's get into these funny videos really quick. You ain't never seen somebody patched up with a Subaru. One of a kind. Alright, getting into our first funny video of the day. This one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Worse Than 911 Day.
Man, I'm just sitting here thinking about how nothing could be worse than 9/11. Poop 9/11!
No, not that. Poop911.com. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's probably not what you're bargaining for going to that website. I actually just learned a new phrase called scat, and if you don't know what that is, don't look it up. It's like a fetish that you wish never existed. So anyways, let's get into this funny video by Get Some here. This is titled Send Jasmine Crockett a Cat.
Me. Stop!
Just letting her have it. Those skippity paps. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this Linktree link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we have temporary tattoos on the new merch store as well, and I thought that was really cool. Anyways, here is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through and we get the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Let's see, Snooks. You know, when you tell me not to, I did, and puke on scat. Dang you. I told you not to look it up. Snooks, I told you not to look it up. Simply Witchy. Oh, fake tats? I bet that would be a good troll on my son. He'd freak. Yeah, we're going to have some fake tattoos, some temporary tattoos in the near future. We got candles too. There's all kinds of neat stuff coming in the new merch store. J-Spray sounds like a hot Carl type of thing. What is that? Russell, yeah, it's similar to that. Russell the cat beating her up. She deserves it. Here, Juicer, wife's car has a Jeffinitely sticker on the back window. That's so badass. That's awesome. Russell, you are the Sons of Anarchy now. I know. I had no idea. I'm all patched up. Pumpkin, it's important to keep the cat happy. It is. That's why they say happy wife, happy life. You guys like that? Mm-hmm. Shane, I love my cat. She's the boss around here. Yeah, that's like Klaus Daniels. He thinks he's the boss. He has to boss the boss around. What's up, Rip? Happy freedom to you. You like cats too? What's not to like? Done. Don't look up felching. Ah, the temptation. Shane, I had a million girlfriends. I gave up. Just Kitty and me now. I hear you, Shane. I hear you. Women are too difficult. Cats, just give them a place to poop and some fancy feasts. They're fine. They're totally fine. Guess I'm gonna look up Nutbush. I'm trying to remember the dance moves. Metal Mouth, I know what scat is, and it's fucking disgusting. It is. It is. Yeah, the scat man can be two different things. Met a good kitty. That's right. Slapping some sense into her. What's up, Richard? Happy freedom. Leonardo, spread love when you're filled with hate. Yep, absolutely. What's up, Sass? Happy freedom. Bobby Johnson, I got my cat a buddy. Get two. I wish I could get Klaus a buddy. I mean, I just can't convince the apartment that I need two emotional support animals. They're like, you're not that damn emotional. I'm like, you're not a doctor. How you gonna tell me? How you tell? I need two. I need three. You know, just what I'm saying. Damon Walker, remember not to go walking out in the woods without a gun. You know this in Michigan. Oh yeah, I don't go anywhere. I literally don't take the trash out without a gun. Here, Juicer, my coworker has a license plate scat package. Yeah, it doesn't mean what he thinks it is. Snooks, shit, I looked up felching. Make them stop. Well, what is it, Snooks? I don't want to have to look it up. Yes, I'm Mopar scat pack. Yeah, I know. It's they're not taking it from us, though, okay? They don't get to change the meaning. Jay Spray, I was brave enough to look up glizzy gobbler. Isn't a glizzy gobbler just like hot dog eating with actual hot dogs? I try them out of mouth. Thank you, Pumpkin. Well, you're the bestest. All right, hooligans. It is that time once again. Oop, not that time. Hold on. That was a sneak peek there. Anyways, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. All right, hooligans, we're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Let's see who is live right now. Everywhere I look is Charlie Kirk. What day is it? It's Friday. We've already raided everybody. Have we raided Grim? I don't think we've raided Grim yet this week. I can't remember. If we did, it must have been on Monday. I don't know. But he seems like the guy to raid right now. If I could get my ducks in a row. Come on, come on. All right, I think we're finally good. Like I said, we're gonna be raiding Grim. Thanks for being here, Elder Zoomer. Magic Moon, no raids. We gotta raid because we want people to raid us. I actually put together a whole raid scene that I never get to use because no one ever raids us. So we're gonna try and make the best of it. Plus, it helps make us a part of the community and it helps other creators out. So hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get this raid rolling.
Those are like your big power spikes.
Okay.
Gains increased gun damage. That'd be nice. You unlocked augments. These enhancements can provide secondary bonuses to your action skills. Okay. Thank you, Schleppy. Thank you very much for the raid. Jeff Mack with the double raid back to back.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting double rated, boys. Thank you very much, Schleppy. Thank you, Jeff Mack, for the raids. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Watchmen arise. Welcome in, everybody, for the love of otters, my fellow hooligans. Welcome in. Welcome in. Get some. High Plains Drifter. Hooligan Island. Sly Dog. Welcome in, Grin. Chess Bro. Magic K Moon. Hair Juicer 3K. Hey, I'm the 3K from LA. Nice to meet another 3K. Hello. Magic Moon. Rip War Dog. Plastic Quack. Lemity says, I don't appreciate my girlfriend drawing another man. That man is my best friend. That man being my best friend. Hey, man. Get used to it. Welcome in, J Sprays, enter user. Jeff Mack, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that a lot. Hang on, I gotta check it out. What's going on? What's going on? Did we just go back to the main menu?
Yeah, we had a vending machine bug, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll reboot it.
I think that's my biggest takeaway.
Appreciate you guys. Ghostly Method. Nice. Hello, Gas Ass. Good to see you again.
This game seems a little underbaked. You can tell they kind of rushed it.
You look like my first girlfriend. I probably kiss as good as her, too. Welcome in, Dutton. Jeff Mack, I appreciate you, bro. Much love, playa. Much love. I am a hooligan. I'm a fellow hooligan, so I appreciate hanging out with the hooligans. We're here playing Borderlands 4, the brand new Borderlands. It just dropped today. You guys are probably not as old as me. I am 3,000 years old because I put this mask on 3,000 years ago. We are checking out Borderlands 4. We're here with my good friends, Zay on Deck, or Zay at Home Dad, and Marty Too Much as we go through this game. Checking it out, shooting things, playing on the hardest difficulty. Thank you, Meisters, for wondering and never paying attention to me. We also have...
All right, another fantastic raid, you hooligans. Grim Hollywood there, doing the thing, playing a brand new game. I've never played any of those games, but they look fun. Borderlands. Guess I smoked him. You look like my first girlfriend. He said, I bet I kiss like her too. Fucking smoked me. It's so funny. All right, hooligans, we are wrapping this up. But like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Now, tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday, so we will not be live on Twitch or on YouTube because we don't have time for their community guidelines on Free Speech Saturday. So make sure you use the Linktree link in the description in order to make your way to a better platform for tomorrow's Coffee with Hooligans. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. Keep that in mind for tomorrow's Coffee with Hooligans. If you get yourself a paid membership to jeffmaclive.com, you can join us in the voice chat later today. We do it every Friday. As much as possible, it's a lot of fun. We research things, we look up random things, watch funny videos, we listen to music, we do all kinds of stuff, and we laugh the entire time we are there. So definitely go get yourself a paid membership to jeffmaclive.com so you can join us for the voice chat later today. It's good stuff. Guess them was a good raid. It was. You guys did fantastic. Guess I'm raid a hottie. You don't think Grim's a hottie? I had to think about what I was going to say there. I was going to say I don't follow any hotties, but then I don't know, I was going to have them descend upon me. So instead, you don't think Grim's hot? That's Grim 3K there. Dud Otters was going to be scared for life looking up stuff from back in the day. I know the 2 girls 1 cup thing is a part of the video archive now. It made such an impact on our culture that you can go watch it for free on like IMDb or something. I sent it to Wad, but he won't watch it. But yeah, we're getting old. You know, that's what it means. We're getting old. Appreciate you being here, Deborah. Hooligans Island Rotella's on again. Yeah, but we just raided Rotella not that long ago. A couple days ago. Hooligans Island, God bless Charlie. Absolutely. That's right, Nana. Play ball. Done the Pain Olympics? Yeah. I don't know if you can watch that stuff still. Meta. Okay, you need Klaus for emotional support, and Klaus needs a companion to support him. Worked for me. Doctor and my vet wrote the order. 2 cats for support. I mean, that might work. It might work here. I appreciate you, Rich. Thanks for being here, Richard. John, I'm going to have to catch up to you. And cheers to you. Hey, thanks for being with us, Slampire. Mopard, no car. Is that how it goes, Slampire? Wayward. Oh, I appreciate you, Wayward. How long is the voice chat? I mean, it's all Friday. It's all Friday. Like, so we're going to end the live here in just a moment. Chances are there's going to be hooligans hopping right into the voice chat. I'm going to go eat and get some food because I'm not a lot of fun when I'm hungry, and I want to be as fun as I can be considering how serious and intense of a person I am. But then once I'm done eating, I'll hop in the voice chat, and we'll probably be there for a few hours. I'm such a busy person, I can't stay all night, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I get up the next day and start getting everything together for Coffee with Hooligans, Free Speech Saturday, and there's still people in the voice chat. Sometimes they're talking, sometimes they're sleeping, but generally the voice chat will go on until damn near morning the next day. And so you got plenty of time, Wayward, if you want to join us in the voice chat, because like I said, it's going to go until the birds are chirping in the morning, so should be plenty of time. What? I've seen it before. It's no fun to watch alone. I don't think I've ever watched 2 Girls, 1 Cup with anybody else in the room. Shame. How will I hide my shame? Thank you for being with us, Nana. Enjoy your weekend. Done. They were the original shapeshifters, splitting hot dogs and the bad stuff. Yeah, you're not wrong. You have a great night as well, Dutton. Thank you for being with us. Hooligans Island got to wish CD a happy birthday. Who is CD? Rotato? Is that how you say it? Happy freedom to you. Blue waffles in the lemonade party. Yeah. All the good stuff. I'm glad to see that all of us have seen all the good stuff. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. But it is Free Speech Saturday, so no YouTube, no Twitch tomorrow. Use the Linktree link to make your way to a better platform. I think that's everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Go out there and enjoy your day. Find yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same, but make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.